She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous...
Karoline Leavitt, the bold and rising conservative voice, has just shaken things up in a big way. Without even setting foot on their set, she managed to throw The View into full crisis mode. Her latest move has Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin reeling, right after yet another one of their fiery segments targeting her. She fired back with a scathing response that called out The View's double standards, shredded their repetitive talking points, and took direct aim at the show's credibility. The fallout? Massive. Rumors are now circulating that ABC executives might even be reconsidering the show's future. Yes, it's getting that serious. So, what exactly did Karoline say that left Whoopi fuming, had Joy visibly rattled, and, for once, left Sunny Hostin without a comeback? Stick around because you won't want to miss this. Before we dive in, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss more no-holds-barred updates. Already subscribed? Perfect. Let's get into the details.
She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous...
The comment was bizarre, especially coming from Joy Behar, who is as woke as they come, and positions herself as a champion of feminism.
The View once again set its sights on Karoline Leavitt. Why? Simply put, she's a young, unapologetically conservative figure who refuses to play by their script. And in classic View fashion, the panel didn't hold back. This time, they dusted off their usual playbook, mocking her, questioning her qualifications, and even floating the idea that Donald Trump only supports her because of her appearance. Joy Behar, with her signature smirk, suggested Karoline didn't earn her career success, but rather benefited from being what she called a 10 in Trump's eyes. Then came Whoopi Goldberg, never one to let facts interrupt a fiery monologue. She argued that without so-called wokeness, Karoline wouldn't even have a platform in today's media landscape.
Yeah, I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason. Because black people couldn't get into colleges. Because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women.
Yeah.
See, this is not black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's world.
And as expected, Sunny Hostin took the usual route, turning the conversation toward race. But this time, Karoline Leavitt wasn't about to let it go unanswered. Instead of brushing it off, she delivered a pointed rebuttal so sharp it likely left The View's producers scrambling behind the scenes. Her response wasn't just bold, it was a full-force takedown that left a mark. Karoline Leavitt didn't just respond. She ignited a firestorm. In a now viral video tearing across social media, she took direct aim at The View, calling it what she sees as a platform for out-of-touch elites who talk feminism, but tear down any woman who doesn't align with their views. She didn't mince. Words according to Karoline, Joy Behar embodies a version of modern feminism that uplifts only those who agree with her. If you're a conservative woman, Karoline said, they mock your appearance and belittle your success. So much for empowerment. As for Whoopi's claim that Karoline owed her platform to wokeness, Karoline fired back. I got here by working hard, unlike the unqualified DEI hires The View props up. Then came the blow aimed at Sunny Hostin. Of all people to lecture me about privilege, please. But it was her closing statement that truly stopped people in their tracks. The View doesn't want strong women. They want obedient women who read from their script. And I'm not playing along. The reaction? Instant Twitter lit up with hashtags like #decancel The View and Karoline Leavitt exposes The View trending within minutes. The backlash wasn't just online noise. It became a full-blown crisis for the show. The View thought they could take a few shots and move on. Instead, they handed Karoline a megaphone, and she used it to boost her profile even higher. Once a rising name in conservative circles, Karoline is now firmly in the national spotlight. And behind the scenes, ABC is reportedly in damage control mode. Leaks suggest the show's producers are reeling, and rumors of internal shakeups are flying. Both Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg's names have been mentioned in serious discussions, conversations that may not end well for either of them. Even loyal fans of The View are speaking out. One viral post summed up the mood. They say they empower women, but only if those women parrot their politics. Karoline Leavitt just pulled back the curtain. Meanwhile, sponsors are said to be getting cold feet. Some big-name brands are rumored to be reevaluating their ad placements. After all, few want their name tied to controversy this intense. The truth is, The View has always thrived on drama. But when the backlash starts outweighing the ratings, it becomes a different story. And now ABC faces a serious question.